Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the Enlightened Show.
The Enlightened Show. Be inspired, be enlightened, motivated, and much more with your host,
Diana Nkadha. So my name is Diana Nkadha, and I normally create content concerning mental health awareness and also to enlighten people concerning what's going on in the world. So today's topic, I want to talk about taxi safety. Guys, I know it's not a mental health awareness topic, but it's also part of your safety. Anyway, what inspired me, it's because previously I've had people complaining that these days taxis are not safe. These days there is a lot of rape cases. People are being sexually harassed in taxis, and many people don't feel safe in taxi. But not to prevent all these cases or to minimize these cases, and talk to you guys concerning some of the precaution or observation you can make when you are requesting a taxi or when you want to board a taxi. So
guys, make sure you watch till the end.
And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly make sure you press that notification bell and that subscribe button. It's red in color. So guys, today's topic, as I've stated, it's all about taxi safety, and I'm going straight to the point. But before that, I want to mention that in Kenya we normally have different types of public transport or taxis. For example, we have Bolt, we have Uber, we have Taxify, we have Swivel, we have InDrive. All these are apps people use so that they can be able to move from one place to another. And not only that, so far so good, high schoolers are at home, and parents right now are traumatized because their children are everywhere. You understand? Like, these children want to explore the world. They're in clubs, they're in social gathering, they want to go from one place to another. You understand? And not only that, as ladies, those people who love clubbing, those people who travel at night, they want to move from one place to another. They still use the same means of transport. And if our safety is a concern in the country, I felt like I need to address this. I need to give you guys some tips. I may not really prevent all of this, like sexual harassment, from going on, but I can enlighten you guys with some points so that you can apply and take care of yourself. So to make this long story short, let me go straight to the point. My first point is, some people don't love sharing the location, or they want to keep their lives private. For instance, people want to go for to clubs, or they want to go for outing, but they don't want their spouse to know. But the best thing to do is always make sure you share your PIN or your location with someone, with a trusted partner or with a trusted friend. The reason I've said this is because in WhatsApp, there's always a part, like you can always pin your location and somebody can be able to track you down. Or even make sure your GPS is always on, your location is always on, so that somebody can always track you. And the reason why I'm trying to emphasize about sharing your location is because when I was working in Bagathi as an intern, there's this lady who said that she has ever experienced a sexual harassment scenario somewhere, but she couldn't be able to tell a friend or anybody to rescue her. So what happened? She ran the wrong direction. At that point, you are stranded. The same time, you are traumatized, you're confused, you're angered, like tension is within you. So instead of running the right direction, she ran in bushes. She could not discover where she was. So people had to look for her, and when she was found, she was already frustrated, traumatized times 2, and this is very harsh to a human being. That's why I'm trying to encourage you guys, always share your location, so that in case of anything, you can always be traced. Somebody can come where you are and pick you. Another thing, in such kind of an environment or a situation, maybe you've gone for a party, then you expected people to be nice to you, but those men turned out to be other people, as in they had other intention. Sometimes you may not be able to share your location at that particular time, or even you don't know where you are. You understand? So the best thing to do is to pin your location first, or always have a code with your partner or your spouse. For instance, maybe you might be having a bestie whom you trust. So you tell your bestie, anytime I text you this code, like for example, red flags, know I'm in danger and come for me immediately. So that this person can organize themselves and come for you where you are. Or they can rescue you immediately. Or even, instead of coming where you are, they can even call 9111 or emergency line and come to rescue you where you are. Yeah, instead of going out there, you roaming around at night, you know, it's a situation that we don't want you to be in. Yeah. Another thing is, do not board a taxi if they are coming, two people are inside, as in it's a driver with another person. The moment you trying to ask for a taxi, it's always you and the driver. So normally we don't expect people to be two in that Uber or a taxi. This has not only happened to me, but it has happened to other people. I remember my cousin said that there's this time she wanted a taxi, and you know, anytime you request for a taxi, your name is the one, it's the one that is popping out. So this Uber person can easily identify that this is a woman who wants a taxi. So they can easily plan whatever they want to plan. And you know, anybody who wants to pick you up and there are two men, two strangers inside that taxi, that's already a red flag. Kindly, you can always say no. And not only that, when also requesting for a taxi, don't request like the taxi is there and you're near that taxi. Just wait from a distance so that you can be able to peep from a distance. Like you can notice, this taxi, there's another person inside. So you're like, why should I board a taxi that two people are inside? You understand? And then another point is that always look at the number plate. To add on top of whatever I was saying, always look at the number plate of a taxi. Let me give you a real life scenario. There's this time I went to the male friend at Westgate, and at this particular point it was after dinner, so we wanted to go home. I'm the one who asked for the taxi, and what happened, this person was just across the road. So he picked up his phone and called me to ask me if I'm the lady who is standing there who is asking for the taxi. So I was like, yes. So, and I'm this kind of a person who really, like, I'm quick to details. I can notice like something is not right. So the first thing I try to look at is the taxi's number plate, if it's corresponding to the one that is on the app. But I realized those number plates were different. But looking at this person profile, is the same person who is trying to contact me. So what's making me not to enter to that taxi? Yes, this person is trying to explain to me that his car broke down and so he had to borrow another car and had to do business. But do you know what? My safety comes first. Guess what I did? Yes, I indeed boarded that taxi because I had a male friend. But if I was alone, I would have cancelled the ride. Ask me why. The reason why I would have cancelled the ride is not only because the number plates are different, is because in case of anything, in case this man does anything to me, do you know he can easily say that is not his vehicle? So he's not the one who was there, it's the owner of this vehicle. And I'm the same woman, the same person who is trying to defend myself, claiming that this is the person I saw. So at the end of the day, I'm the one who is going to look like a crazy or a mad woman or a drunkard woman or a desperate lady who wants to accuse a man. You understand? So those cases, nobody could like logically understand how I would have ended up in such a situation. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, be careful. Don't board a taxi that has a different number plate from the app. It's okay, daddy, it's okay, mommy, if you're hustling out there, but for my safety, no, I won't order your taxi. Yeah. My third point is that don't order a taxi that has tint. Do you know taxis should not have tint, by the way? And these are some of the reasons why taxis should not have tint, or public means of transport should not have tint. In case of anything, you're able to scream or even react in a weird way, and people from outside can easily identify you. But guess what? These days in Kenya, everybody is using the app. I don't know why. Because this day I was going somewhere. Yes, I had a friend too, but there is this kind of a car. Honestly, I don't know car models, but this car came and I was like, are you for real? You're an Uber driver. So as we were going to our destination, I had a conversation with this guy. So he was like, I was curious, where is he coming from? Where is he like using this kind of car to carry people, you know? So he was like, I'm from Kiambu, nimetoka Ushago. So as I was passing by, I decided to put my app on and to carry passengers. Guys, what happened to those days when Uber, taxis, Bolts used to assess the cars before? Yani, people using them for public means. What happened to those days that these taxis were specific? You would even notice this is a taxi because of the yellow line. You understand? What happened to those days that before even putting your car to have such kind of business, you had to be assessed as a personal person if you are doing it as a full-time job or a part-time job? Because you know it's risky. When you talk about like somebody is coming from Ushago, what will happen to this other person who is coming from somewhere else with their own intention? My other point is, ladies, you know, mostly we normally love going outside as lady, like to have that girl night or to go for parties. And sometimes when you go there, many people normally let your partner or your girlfriend go with another man at home. I normally feel like it's not safe if you're going there as a lady, as a group. This is a ladies group. Make sure you go home together. Don't go to a club and then this cheap girl, when she gets drunk, she can just go anywhere with any man. No, you know, be accountable, be responsible, look out for each other. Make sure, yes, if the agenda was to go for a ladies out, come back together. Let's not have cases that, this group went, but this one lady was left out, even though that girl is stubborn. No, just come home. You're going to have any other business out of my watch. Okay, that was not my main point. My main point was when it comes to taxi. So ladies, there's this time that when ladies go out, then they get drunk and get back to their homes. There's this one lady who is always so drunk, and is the one who is living the farthest. Is the one who is living far away from even town. So all of you are being dropped at home, but this lady has to be left alone in the taxi. You understand? And then she gets dropped alone. What do you expect? And sometimes, let me not blame this taxi driver, or let me not blame anyone, but this lady can be so drunk until she seduces the taxi driver. What will happen? She'll end up being sexually harassed or raped. Then tomorrow when she's sober, she's like, oops, what did I do? Understand? So it's a case that it's complicated. You know when somebody is drunk, they're not sober. So what I'm trying to say is that, ladies, when you go out, make sure you go home together. Go home together and sleep in one place. Because the moment you're drunk, don't say I'm a little bit high. Don't say I'm just, what can I say? I'm just tipsy. I'm just tipsy. No, if you've drunk anything alcoholic with a certain alcohol percentage, kindly sleep where you feel safe, and the next day wake up and go home. Let's not risk, because whether this is a true story whereby the two ladies went out, and then one lady was left because she was living far away. I think it was And where she was living, it was not even safe. It was bushy. So even that taxi driver, if he could know he did something and nobody could be able to identify him or even track whatever happened, she just told the friend, you know what, yesterday I messed up, something happened, and you're the only one who knows, because you're the only one who knows I went out. My parents don't know, and I've really disobeyed my parents, because furthermore, she was a first year. So you understand, as a counselor, these are some of the cases that I come across, and it's very painful to listen to your fellow woman explaining how it happened. Okay, I know, guys, right? I'm talking too much concerning women because I can't imagine if such a case would have happened to a man. A story for another day. Another point is that you know, some women normally, some ladies or some men normally get out of their line of duty very late. For example, doctors, nurses, you'll find them always traveling at night because of the line of duty. Not forgetting, personally myself, like I used to be a waiter. I used to come home late at 12. And in such situation, I would recommend women's only taxi. Yeah, and I've ever experienced such a ride. It was awesome. I had a conversation with that woman. I asked her, like, because you're in this kind of job and this is a very risky, as in getting to think of it, when a man is drunk, what do you do when he wants to seduce you? And whether she was pretty, that mama was pretty, her mama was pretty. Yeah, that's why I was even feeling comfortable like talking to her. So she told me of this incident, that there was this time. Okay, first of all, I asked her what weapon does she use. She told me she doesn't have a gun or any sharp weapon, because anytime you try to fight with a sharp weapon or a bigger weapon, it can always be turned against you. Meaning, if you might think that you're trying to shoot this person, but because he's stronger than you, he might even shoot you before you even shoot him. So she told me that she normally use her own perfume, like spray. So in case of anything, she'll just spray, but not like remove it and spray. Pretend she's trying to do something like audio, then spray. And then another point she told me, it's psychology. She normally uses a lot of psychology in her line of duty. For example, in this kind of scenario, this guy, he was drunk and he wanted this woman to go with him at his place. So this guy opted to offer her a car, like to go out to drink, but she was like, no, I don't want, you just go home. Then I'm going to give you my phone number so that you can communicate the next day, because right now you see I'm hustling. This guy was, no, I can give you money for today, don't worry. So this lady was, she told this guy, like, we can pass by the gas station so that I can fuel my car, and then there's a liquor store over there. You can take one bottle or two, then we go ahead and have good time at your place. So she drove until she reached that gas station. After that, the moment the guy highlighted that vehicle, that's how the lady vanished. So this man, he was like, oh, you left me in between nowhere. I don't know what, you're such a bad driver, what. He reported. So guys, sorry for that. So as I was saying, because one thing with men, the moment they insist on having a sexual intention or with you, they become aggressive. If you refuse, that's when now they become more aggressive. But if you play with their mind, like kind of tell them, no, it's okay, they now, you can be able to fight with them, that's psychologically. As I was saying, so this lady, she just told the company, when it comes to her safety, that's her priority. Yeah. So my last and not the least point is that do not pay before you reach your destination. So I have a real-time scenario concerning this, real-life scenario concerning this.